side. The other club has 15, they wear black and gold with pride. Rugby is their passion, winning well their only goal. 40 minutes each way can work wonders for the soul. Monday through till Friday, nothing matters much at all. But on weekends, all we're gonna salute the old ball.
Drive to the middle, boy. Drive, let's have four.
Hold straight here.
October 1991, the start of the Rugby Union Club Championship season. A row is threatening to split the leading First Division team, Orrell. Two top players both want to play in the same position, stand off or fly half. One is Martin Strett. He's been with Orrell for just 4 years.
Since I started playing at the age of 8, I've just always played stand-off. I've dabbled in the centre when I was younger, but ever since then, it's just been my position, sort of thing.
The other player is 28-year-old Jerry Ainscough, who's been with the club since he was a teenager. He believes he's got a good chance of being selected for England, but only at stand-off, a position from which a skilled player can dictate the entire game.
Well, it doesn't look like the club are going to pick me at stand-off. They're going to insist on playing me at centre, so it looks like I'm going to have to move, I think.
You're going to have to move?
Well, I think so, yeah. I mean, it's not really doing me any good carrying on playing centre. It's everybody's ambition to play for England, but I'm not going to play for the A team at centre. You know, I've nothing against Martin personally, because I get on quite well with him. But it's not a professional sport, so you should be free to choose where you want to play, and if the club won't play you, then it's up to me to move.
I think if we had to be honest, we would like to be able to play the both of them, but if both of them are playing for the number 10 shirt, then, you know, we will make a decision who will play, and, you know, I think we've got to be fair to both of them, and I think we will be.
Good morning, Wigan Observer.
John Benn, the Wigan Observer's rugby correspondent, has no doubt which man Orrell should play at stand-off or fly half.
For me, there's no comparison which is the better player. I mean, Jerry is a player of skill and flair, and for me, he's far the better player. Far the better player.
Jerry would make a better fly half, you think?
Oh, I've no doubt in my mind. No, and nor have the majority of the supporters either.
On Saturday afternoon, was it Saturday afternoon? No. Yeah, Saturday afternoon in here, Jerry came to me on about only wants to play stand-off.
Jerry?
In score. In retrospect, he was obviously hanging
4th of November, 1991. The row hits Orrell's selection committee as they're choosing the team for the next game.
Only wants to play at stand-off. He's got, I don't know if you've heard, he's had a chat with Des and Sammy before. He thinks he has a chance for England. So he only wants to play at stand-off. And he rang me again at home this evening to remind me of what he'd said. He doesn't want to play anywhere else other than stand-off. Not helpful to the club. Which I made it clear what I thought about it on Thursday night. This evening on the phone, I just said, OK, Jerry, I've not forgotten you. What do you think about it?
I really don't think he's our best fly half.
We've just had a chat.
We've just had a chat about it before we came in.
What we said was that if Stretty at this moment in time, we think, when he hits form, is our best stand-off.
I think it's sad from our point of view, but you know what I mean. If that's what the fella said he wants to do, then you know we've got to pick him there. We've got to pick him in the side that we think he's going to play at. But from my point of view, I don't think it gives us our best side.
No, I don't.
He's not said nothing to me, so he probably knows what I'd say anyway. He amazes me, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's selfish in a way, isn't it, really? But, you know, we're stuck with it.
Despite their resentment of Ainscough's demands, the selection committee grudgingly agrees. They drop Martin Strett for Saturday's friendly match against Bristol. The job of telling Strett falls to captain Sammy Southern. It's a task he doesn't relish.
When you've played on a Saturday afternoon and you've gone through the rough and the good bits and the bad bits, that when you've got to come and tell somebody on a Monday night that I'm sorry you're not in the side because for whatever reason, then it's very hard. And I know I've been there myself, it's not nice when you don't make the team. Listen, we've put Jerry at standoff. You've not been dropped or anything. You're at second team, basically because you've been up bench for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, he's had a word with Des, he wants to play standoff. But next week, you'll be back. Standoff, all right. So, I had a chat to you before about that, so don't read nothing into it. All right, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Where are we at then?
I think you're at home against anyway. All right. So, all right. We'll have a chat after. All right. Okay. Cheers, Jerry.
You've been dropped from the first team. Jerry Ainsco's taking your place this week for standoff. How do you feel?
Well, it's never very nice to get dropped, is it? But the worst thing I could do is go off sulking now. I've just got to knuckle down and come back twice as hard, really. It's all down to me. I've just got to shut my critics up. It's as simple as that. I've just got to get on with the job.
At the Bristol match, Jerry Ainscow plays well and kicks a penalty. But for the next match, the selectors suggest ringing the changes, playing Stret as stand-off and moving Ainscow to centre. They know it's a decision not likely to be met with universal agreement.
I can see some things happening here which I don't want to see happen. Like a big split.
Who win?
Well, it's just various factions. You know, obviously when we've got such a strong squad, that everyone thinks they're as good as the others, aren't they? And some of it don't start moving away, you know, cleats appearing and I'm as good as him.
I think Mitch and Ash's different. I mean, Ash's...
No, they've got to have a word.
No, talking place, talking individual moans and groans, but not, not going off into kind of clusters here and there and...
You're bound to get that when some people are, you know, are not in the side. You can't, as I told them at the start of the season, you can't please everybody all the bloody time. There's no way you can do that. So at the end of the day, one or two people say...
You're going to get your worst reaction immediately after. Yeah, first hour.
One or two people at the end of the day, I don't want to drive anybody away from it, but if eventually one or two say, well, I'm better than I've one bloody player, I can't stop them from bloody going. I will persuade them not to, so I'm my best. But at the end of the day, if they're going to be like that, they might as well piss off.
The team list for the next match is posted, and Stret is playing standoff. For Jerry Ainscow, it's the final straw. His letter of resignation is addressed to the oral chairman of selectors, Alec Hurst.
Des, Alec, I've got the letter we're expecting here tonight. Met me when I came in from Jerry. Yeah. Well, it's the obvious one, really. Want me to read it to you? Dear sirs, it's to us all, obviously. It's with great regret that I'm informing you I'm leaving the club to join Leicester. That came as a bit of a surprise to me. I was a bit... wasn't actually certain about that. Recent circumstances have forced me into this action, which I never envisaged would happen. Although I'm obviously grateful to the club, I've given many hours and much effort to help put Orrell where they are currently, haven't we all? I've moved to centre for 3 people during my first team career and felt this year was time for me to be given the opportunity to play number 10. And the rest, as you know, is history. And then he just goes on. I'd like to retain my social membership and have no intention of severing my ties with the lads of the club. I haven't and will not fall out with anyone or bear any grudges. I wish Orrell best wishes for the rest of the season and hope that you're runners-up in the league and cup. For obvious reasons, he wants us to be runners-up. Once again, thanks for the past, as I look forward to a fresh challenge. Yours faithfully, Jerry. So, that's it. That's the final severing of the links, boy. OK? See you when you get down. Bye now. That's it. Goodbye, Jerry Ainscow.
Well, I share the view of the majority of those supporters who thinks it's a crying shame that Jerry's gone to Leicester. There have been long-standing Orrell members and supporters who regard the departure of Jerry as rather like a death in the family. It's certainly a loss to the family because Orrell is a family club and they cannot afford to lose a local player of Jerry's class and loyalty.
It's a family club. Did you feel in any way under some kind of emotional bond to stay there?
Well, I think someone who's been at a club for so long is bound to feel that. But I think all the lads that I've seen since, they do understand the decision why I did leave. And I don't bear any grudges with anyone, so I've still maintained that friendship.
Do you think they bear any grudges towards you, some of them perhaps?
No, I don't think so. I think people in the same situation would want to do that anyway. I think that if they had the chance to go any higher and they weren't being given the chance at the club, I think they would leave also. If they had any ambition, that is.
Just 1 week after Jerry Ainscoe's departure, Orrell faces the most important match of the season so far, against Bath. In recent years, Bath has been England's most successful club, and Orrell have never beaten them. Victory today would be the ultimate proof that Orrell have reached the top of British rugby.
We don't give Webby any goal-kicking chances. That's the bloody key issue. We're not playing underneath our sticks for Barnes into bloody drop goals. If we've got to improve on areas, we've got to kick better. Right? All round. Look for spaces at the back. Reduce the pressure. Get up there. Put them under the pressure. You know what you can do. We know what we've got to do.
Then 2 lads.
Time, Dexter.
22.
Sorry. Yep.
I don't want anybody at any stage today missing that first tackle. The only problems we had last week is when we missed the first tackle. If it's your man, you bloody hit him and you put him down.
4.2 minutes this afternoon. They're all good at the feet.
As soon as these two come in, I want everybody sat down.
Boys, I don't know if anybody's apprehensive, but don't be fucking scared of these boys. We've just got to get out there and fucking rip into them like we've done for the last 3 league games and the cup game. Reputations don't count for nothing up here. Let's get into them.
We get that fucking lid on that coffin and we nail it down.
Right, come on. Sit down, Simon, come on. Right. Last few things about our game. 1, we've been in this position before, right? We've got a good crowd, we've got the club behind us, we've got the public behind us, we've got the Wigan public behind us, right? And we've just nearly got there, and they're desperate for us to do well. They are desperate for us to do as well. If we're there and we're an inch off and we just fail, you know what they're like, oh, you lost again. We've got to have a W today to stay there. They don't want anything else other than winners. That's what they're after, is winners. Entertainment, yes, we can give it. But at the end of the day, it's that little bit another inch to get and stay on top. And that's what I'm after today, lad. So we're going to go right down to the bloody bottoms of our soles of our shoes today and sum up everything. We're going to give it bloody everything today. And there's no doubt about that. I can see that now. But you know, I want individually and collectively a bloody game from the front row, the second row, and right through the whole gamut of the team. You know you've a performance to play today, so let's really give it today.
Busloads from Bath have travelled north for this important match. The visiting team is stacked with star internationals and confident of victory. But Orrell have the tribal loyalties of their home supporters and a pre-match ritual designed to bolster their warrior spirit.
We go out there this afternoon and we rip the fucking head off.
I told them to go in too.
Right. We rip the fucking head off from the off. We listen to Derry forwards. We don't go off the 1s and 2s. We listen when he wants that ball, it goes fucking back. It goes to him. And then when we fucking score, we come back, that's the coffin lid off. We get a next score, we put the first fucking screw in it. We come back to the middle and we sort any problem with it. And we keep putting fucking nails in the coffin lid till they're dead and fucking buried. Right? We are the fucking best. Simple. She fucking said it, simply the best. Another fucking cliche, but that's it. We go out and we do the fucking business. Now come on boys, let's just fucking do it. I know it's been said. Come on lads, we can do it. Come on, think of fucking dinner last week. He's not here this week, but he fucking put us in this position last week.
Good, Charlie.
So the referee, Chris Harrison from East Midlands, gets the game underway.
Move it, come on! Sammy, move it! Get up, Ash!
Up to the back it goes. Ojomo's clear. He feeds to Ben Clark on the peel. The Bath forwards are in support. This is marvellous position for him. Now Barnes has a go. Out to Guscott. Guscott to Daw. Daw has outside of Tony Swift, and Swift goes in for the try. A lovely try for Bath in the opening score. Taken there well by Taverner. Difficult, awkward kick for him to take over the shoulder, and he finds touch, and that's the last kick of the half. And certainly Orle have come back into it well, but they're trailing at half-time.
No, we've got him on the rack. No, we either fucking keep him there, or get that fucking lid nailed down, and we let him come back, and we don't fucking live with ourselves. No, let's 100% effort. We're going down that paddock now from this kick-off. We're going to camp down there, and we're going to play the football down there. But a pace they can't live with. We keep disciplined, and we attack.
Aggression, lads. We've showed it 2 or 3 times when we're going up the field. Other times, you see what they're doing. They get on one man, and 3 of them drive us. We have got to do that. We have got to do that. We can't get isolated. We've got to be aggressive. We've got to get the ball in our hands and keep it up. Stand up, and then we'll do things. Stand up. If it's nothing on, if it's slow ball, just keep it there. I'll box it. I'll give it to Stretty. I'll do something with it. But just stand up off your feet. Okay, come on.
Remember that score, lads. We're concentrating.
Come on.
I will do from the scout. It's secure enough. Held at the back by Manley. To Stret. Stret the long pass out to Taverner. Now Heslop's got a bit of room. What can he do? He's got my way. He's going for the line. Is he clear? He dives for the score.
Good goal, lad. Good goal.
One out the top draw, that.
Orle have won it. Wallace has found space. Just what Orle wanted. Halsall chases. The whistle goes. A famous victory here at Edgehall Road. Orle, for the very first time, have beaten Bath. And they maintain their league challenge. Unbeaten at the top of the league. What a day here for Orle and for all their loyal supporters at Edgehall Road.
Despite their historic triumph over Bath, Jerry Ainsco's defection to Leicester, where he now plays standoff, still rankles with the Orle players.
The thing that got me about Jerry, you know, was the timing of it. He could have gone any time, really, because he knew what the position was. He knew it wasn't going to change, and he could have gone any time. But to go, like, mid-season, as it were, gets me.
It's hard to explain. He lives locally, and it's easily accessible. We're a first division club, and certainly what success he's had has been due to the players he's played with.
And he would have got given his chance as well. I mean, it didn't give us long enough. No, he gave us an ultimatum, and then he just fired off. I mean, he's a cracking rugby player. He's really a very talented rugby player. But sometimes I think he needs to go up a little bit. The real big sad thing from my point of view, like as captain, is every one of the lads here plays for each other. You know, there's nobody self-centred. You know, I mean, Simon's going from full-back to centre and everything. I think to turn around and just refuse to play, to me, he's let himself do it. He's let the lad do it. That's what he wants, for play.
Despite losing this match against Northampton, the Orle players maintain their position at the top of the First Division throughout December, January and February. In March, they played Jerry Ainsco's new club, Leicester. Meanwhile, Jerry himself is still living and working in the shadow of his old club.
It's a good challenge to join another club. I don't think it'll do me game any harm.
Jerry, where are you going now?
I'm just nipping down to Leicester for training.
Nipping down to Leicester? It's rather a long way.
Well, no pain, no gain. The benefits are there if I put the effort in. So that's why I did it. It was the best way to deal with the situation.
While Ainscow makes a 200-mile round trip just to train at Leicester, Orrell coach Des Seabrook prepares his players for the match against their old teammate.
This game on Saturday for us, you know, as a club, is make or break, right? And I want Orrell not just to be in the first division. I want us to be in the top 3 and 4 and winning bloody trophies. So let's get that bloody straight now. The object on Saturday is to beat Leicester and get, right, a gap probably between us and the rest of the field. If we can beat Leicester on Saturday, that's what can happen, right? And that's our priority, beating Leicester. But there's a question, and I mentioned it on Tuesday, of a certain Mr. Ainscough, right? To quote him from the rugby world, he's gone to a bigger and a better club. That made me very upset and very cross, and I've kept my mouth shut up to now. If we can't make that work to our advantage on Saturday, there's something wrong with us. And I think we've got to do it. I don't want any bloody vendettas. There's not got to be any of that. But I want to make sure that people understand what we're about, right? And the people in this dressing room know what we're about. And the people want to play and want to do well. We're playing to beat Leicester, and it's not going to be easy. And I think everybody understands that.
Thank you.
Are you going to win your Sunday lunch? Food and wine in the hamper, only £1 for 5 tickets. You know where to come when you've won it. There you are. Thank you. I hope you win.
Letting him go, John. Yeah.
Not leaving moving.
Okay.
Come on, let's put Betty and Joey over that game.
Let's destroy them. We're going to fucking destroy them.
There aren't many players who have left Orrell and played for other first teams and come back to play at Orrell, so that'll be quite strange. And then we'll be coming on the field first, which again is different.
We do the business on the paddock. Our bit of grass, right? Our speckies, we're top of the league. 1 or 2 times, we win 1 or 2 times, we win the league. That's the true fucking sense of the best team of the season. And I've heard people criticise us this week, and it hurts, because we've come a long, long way, and we don't deserve it. And we're going to ram it right down the throat, out there on the paddock this afternoon. We know what we've got to do. Now just squeeze each other, come on, we're together.
Come on, back on the road, family, family.
Come on, boys.
Big family, lads. Together. Let's go. All family.
When it hurts.
Let's work for each other this week. Put it back, the commitment. No penalties.
I want Blue Boy, Nige and Joey walking in that hotel tonight, top of the league. And that's where we're stopping. Let them think what they think.
Come on, boys. Come on, we'll hurt each other. For each other.
We know what we're about. We know what we've got to do. It's easy to criticise. All the graft we've done. All the work we've done. Come on, let's go and do it.
Come on, I don't you want to feel. Come on.
Big style. Big style. Come on, Doc. Strong today. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Let's house.
Very much a focal point of the contest, the meeting between the former Orrell stalwart Jerry Ainscough, who left the club in December because he wanted to play at fly half, so he's now in Leicester colours, travelling down here from Orrell to play in Leicester each week, and his opposite number, Martin Strett. So a real head-to-head, and sure to be a focal point of this contest. Panellist referee Ed Morrison, the World Cup referee also, as the league leaders Orrell then face one of their close challengers at the top of the table, the Leicester Tigers. Leicester up the slope in this first half. Cardooni, and the first touch for Jerry Ainscough. Not finding touch. Halsall with the counter-attack. Liley, the stand-in Leicester skipper, calls the mark and gets it. Sean Gallagher. Nice dummy by the number 8 to Dowie Morris. Good link. Kavanagh in the line. Heslop readjusting, cutting back infield. Eludes Ainco with a hand-off. This could be a great individual effort. Can Heslop control it? Superb score. Well, that was England class from Heslop, it really was. Stretch. 10-point lead if he gets it, which he does. Final kick of the half, and Orrell leading deservedly 13 points to 3.
The next 40 minutes, and decide whether we win the fucking league or not. You attack that clubhouse now, they're going. You can, the front row, the hookers trying to fucking get. Jerry's trying to make a fucking mistake, right? We've got them all buckled up, we just need the urgency keeping on. We cannot afford to sit on it, right? We keep this urgency going. Oh, come on.
Cardooni, Ainscough, from Boyle to back, links to Underwood. Hackney, Liley, inside is Ainscough, can he make it to the corner? I wonder if he wouldn't have made it himself. Tried to find Hackney on the inside, and Orrell escaped. Kuzani with the pick-up, and here's a chance now with Cleary on the burst. Halsall across, Heslop outside. The cover is there, but not good enough, and it's a try to round it off for Orrell as Heslop streams in past the tackle of Ian Bates. Heslop enjoying his return with his second try, and an enigmatic-looking Des Seabrook, relatively content, I'd suggest. So Leicester's challenge for the league title about to peter out, one senses here, as the final whistle goes, and Orrell celebrate their retention of the league, 21 points to 9.
Although Jerry Ainscough may now feel he's playing in the right position, it is beginning to look as if he's joined the wrong club. His former Orrell teammates are bathing in glory and basking in the prospect of winning the Rugby Union Club Championship for the first time. Next week, will a mid-season trip to Australia destroy Wigan Rugby League's Cup challenge at home?